Hey y'all, I need advice. I need help. I was in Starbucks today and I was ordering a drink and I noticed a man on the far end of the counter kind of looking at me but also smiling. So I placed my order and I walked to the other end of the counter to wait for the drink, and out of the blue this man is like, "Hey man, knee surgery. I could tell by the way that you were wobbling that you had knee surgery too. I mean, looks like you had 2 done. I only had 1 done, but man, is it painful. I mean, I was wobbling around, wobbling away like I had no knees. Knee surgery. Am I right?" And so I'm like, yeah, man, knee surgery is so hard. It's so tough. And I felt bad because normally when people are questioning me about my disability or why I walk the way that I do, I'm very upfront and very honest. I'll say that it's the result of CP and that cerebral palsy is very much a permanent disability. But I didn't do that because it was evident that this guy was so excited that he could share his significant event with me and that I would be able to relate to him. But it was also apparent that the fact that I may have had a disability never even crossed his mind. This significant event was very important to him. He was an older man, so he started sharing personal stories about the recovery and how hard it was for him. And I'm nodding, but this whole time I'm sitting here thinking that I should be coming clean about it. Well, it gets worse because then he starts telling me the story about a man that he meets on a job site who was also walking the way that I was walking and the way that he was walking post-surgery. So he asks this man if he had had knee surgery too, but this guy says no. He says that he had been in a railroad accident as a child and became permanently disabled thereafter. Well, this guy ended up starting a company for wheelchairs for people with disabilities, and this guy at Starbucks was so inspired by his story and starts telling me about how great it is, or great he thinks it is, that this man took something that was so tragic for him and turned it into something wonderful. Now, of course, that happens to be my spiel, and I feel like if I told him about my disability, we could have shared in the fact that I say all the time that you can take whatever happens to you and whatever crap that your life hands you can turn into something positive and morph it and shape it into something great. And I didn't do that, and I felt so bad because I knew that I was misleading him the whole time, but I was also very much aware that I was so deep into this lie and so deep into this story that if I came clean at that point, it would have thoroughly embarrassed him and I would have looked like a total loser for not saying anything. And it's been sitting with me all day, and I don't know what the best way would have been to handle it. I don't know if people prefer that I'm always honest with them or if I should spare their feelings. And, up until this time, up until this very incident, I would have just come clean and said something, but now I feel like I maybe should not. And, it's just bad. Normally this stuff doesn't shake me, and it did, and I don't know if I handled it the right way, and I don't know what people would prefer. Like, if you were that person coming up and asking me about my disability, would you have preferred that I was honest with you even after all of that? I don't know. Is that rude? Oh, gosh, I don't know. Y'all help me. Tell me in the comments. I know I share this stuff with you all the time, but I'm hoping it starts conversations. So let me know.